If you're somebody who's never machine polished a car before and you want to get the ball rolling, it can get quite overwhelming because there's so many different types of pads, compounds and polishers out there to choose from. So you end up getting sucked down this rabbit hole to the point you just don't want to do it. However, today we're going to be stripping things back to basics because I'm going to be featuring this brand new machine polisher for 2024, which I've been told is so easy to use, a beginner could pick it up right now and get professional results. And to prove it, later on, I will be bringing in a special guest who's never machine polished a car in his life, and then we're going to take it one step further and blindfold him. I have no idea how this one's going to turn out, but I think you're going to like it. This is the brand new P15 from Infinity Wax. It's been designed to benefit even the newest of detailers. It even has an anti-stall clutch system, meaning it won't stop spinning if you apply too much pressure. And it doesn't stop there because it's been designed to be so ultra smooth, so unlike your typical dual action polisher, you won't feel any of those heavy vibrations. So it all sounds promising, so let's take a closer look. I like this. Do you know what? The first thing that you should see whenever you open one of these boxes is all the different speed settings for all the different jobs. It's got glaze and sealant, it tells you what speed, and it tells you the RPM. It's got polishing and cutting. This is very useful. Inside the bag we have a handle. Not something that I use, it's just a personal preference for me. I just don't like using handles on machine polishers. I feel I've got good control when I'm actually just holding the machine, so it's a personal preference. You also get an instruction manual, and you get an Allen key and the bolts for the handle as well. Now let's dive into the machine and see what you get. All right, this is what we came here for, the polisher. I love the smell of new packaging. Don't ask me why, I just love it. Wow, okay. There's quite a lot of rubber on this. There's a lot more than I was expecting. I guess they really are going for comfort with this. I thought there'd be a little bit more plastic on it, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm quite surprised by that. Oh, nice. Everything feels proper solid. It doesn't, do you know what? This doesn't feel like a cheap product. I know it's fairly cheap compared to some of the other machines, but this, wow, this is nice. I also like this digital display here. That's a first. I don't even think you see that on £500 polishers. We are going to switch it on in a minute, but I just want to take a look at this cable because I think one of my pet hates that I found with all machine polishers that I've been using in the past was the cables aren't long enough, and then you've got to stick an extension lead in, and then you're worried about tripping over it, and then when you're polishing the car, is the extension lead going to hit some of the paintwork and cause a scratch? Just minor little things, but if I'm right, I believe they have a 10-meter cable. Oh, I like that, and it's chunky, but it's very flexible. I don't think it's something that's really going to get tangled up quite easily. So I really can't wait to put this to the test. We have a pre-cleaned, pre-decontaminated car outside. We're going to bring it in, and we're going to keep things nice and simple still because we're going to have a medium pad and a medium compound from a company called Svizzer. These two products are made in Germany. I've heard they're some of the very best out there. I can't wait any longer. Let's bring the car in and get polishing. So the plan of action is simple. We're going to be polishing a few different panels on this car. I've already decontaminated the chosen panels that I want to be working on. As you can see and hear, there's no real roughness or any scratchy sounds, so it means that we're all pretty much good to go. Immediately after using this, I noticed just how smooth it was. I was seriously expecting a fair bit of vibration and even some wobble, but no, nothing. I also noticed when you first press the trigger, it starts a timer, so if you wanted to keep track of the minutes you've polished, i.e. on a certain defect or scratch, it can help you estimate the time you need to correct the other areas. So that was a real first for me. I'm looking forward to this. By the way, these cloths are insanely good. They're from a company called Microfiber. And they are, well, I think they're the best cloths I've ever used, actually. And I've used many different types, and oh my goodness, what on earth? That looks incredible. No flipping way. Right, I need the camera for this. Seeing is believing. It's so good. That is ridiculous. I'm excited now. I'm a man on a mission. Honestly, that was the smoothest finish I think I've ever felt from any dual action polisher, and I'm not just saying that, it's so cool. So what you can see here is I'm not even pushing down, I'm basically just supporting the polisher with my hand, and it is a pretty lightweight machine as well, so I didn't really get any arm ache. Yeah, there is a big difference between this and my Hyundai polisher. Yeah, this is so smooth, I can't believe it. I mean, look at this. It's just smooth. Normally with any dual action or random orbital polisher, you just constantly get so much vibrations and your arms just feel like they're really tingling after using it for about an hour or so. So it does become quite challenging if you're trying to machine polish the whole car, you know, within a day. So I'd have to say with something like this, I'm actually kind of enjoying it. It's actually making me want to polish a little bit more now. Now you get a similar vibration if you're using a rotary polisher, and I think that's one of the things why people tend to prefer rotary over dual action in some aspects, and also because they can get the job done just as quickly. However, with this, because it's got an anti-stall clutch system in it, it means that it's not going to stall out and it's not going to build up heat, and because it's got a vented backing plate as well, it just keeps everything cool. So honestly, I'm just seeing endless possibilities with this machine. It's brilliant. The digital display and soft start work really well together, so every time you start the machine up it always starts at 1, so you don't jump instantly into full speed. And that's to protect you from making any calamity such as splashing the compound everywhere when you initially apply it. From a beginner standpoint, the digital display can be really beneficial as there's so many different compounds and pads that may work better at different speeds. But because it shows the RPM, it makes it so much easier to understand. Oh yes, I'll tell you what, I'm loving this. This is great fun. Oh, my Kia's never looked so good. Oh, that is so damn impressive. This compound as well, holy moly. That is the first time I've ever used anything from the Svizzer range, and I have to say, I'm almost speechless. Yes, 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 yes. That is terrific. With the bonnet looking as good as new, I then moved on to some more scuffed up panels. So I just want to check out a few little areas here because I think there's some marks that we may have caught some hedges over the last few weeks. So it is pretty bad. I can see a massive scratch going along there. I'm going to try and sort that out. We have a little area here around the petrol cap, obviously where the nozzle constantly goes in from being in the petrol station. So I'm going to try and tidy some of that up. I mean, you can see, look at the marks that I've got on here. This is awful in this lighting. This poor car really does need the whole shebang. It needs the full works done. And I'm going to make it my mission to do that over the next couple of weeks. Just going to just try and tidy some bits up now anyway, just to see whether I can improve it with this medium compound and this medium pad. Again, I didn't go over with many passes and it literally took about a minute. So this is where the scratch is, so we've got to look out for this area to see whether it's removed it. Bearing in mind it's there. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes, get in. I mean, you do very well to see that. You can see scratch line all the way going along there. That is, oh my, it's removed it. It's so good. I think one of the key things that I love about it is because it's so smooth and it's got this anti-stall feature, which means, you know, if you do accidentally apply a little bit too much pressure that you shouldn't be doing, it just keeps going. And this is, I think, the problem with some of the cheaper models. Any little bit of pressure and it stalls out and you're just not getting that cut the way you'd hope. I think I've kind of found a love for polishing again, which I thought I had lost, but no. I'm happy now. I'm in a really good mood because it's, I mean, watch the smoothness of this. Ready? So if you look here, you can see clear as day, that huge scratch. Now we're just going to tilt it because this is where the scratch was. I mean, look, you're going to do so well to find that. I've not gone too mad there, by the way, so don't judge. But this section here is incredible. So now I want to take the car outside because we have bright, direct sunlight. I mean, it's going to be blue sky out there. There's nowhere for it to hide. When you're in here in controlled conditions, it's very easy for you to kind of make things look like they're better than they actually are. So what I want to do, take that car outside and let's see what it really looks like. So here we go. This is it. Blue sky. Nowhere to hide it. It's absolutely scorching out here. Look at this. I mean, you cannot see any defects whatsoever. And it gets even better because when we come around here, this is where we are in the direct sunlight. I mean, I have put no effort into that. And that is nothing short of a miracle. Unbelievable. That's just, yeah, I know I keep saying it, but I am lost for words. These results are epic, but you could argue that being a detailer, I already have an advantage. So I want to introduce you to somebody who's never polished a car before. Meet Matt, he's my cousin, and if you watch our other channel, Epic Car Show, you'd probably know by now that he's a little bit nuts. So I thought since he knows nothing about car cleaning, I'd get him to machine polish a panel. But I also thought he could do it blindfolded to prove that it really isn't that difficult as people make out.
Oh, Dave, the gloves are not helping this scenario.
Don't worry, this is the easiest way you can polish a car, Matt.
What? We're doing this?
Look, it looks good. There you go. Right, hang on. That's it.
Is that? Oh, the top.
Yeah.
Has it got on the hand?
Yes.
Right.
Right.
How do you turn it on?
Hang on, no, don't.
No, how do you turn it? Where's the
don't
end?
Turn it on. No, wait. Don't
Right.
do right. Keep still where you are. So right now.
Yeah.
You look ridiculous. That is the middle of the bonnet, okay? Just try and feel around where you are on the car. What I want you to do is run the... God, this is so stupid. Run the polisher 30 centimetres, like in a square, okay? So just 30 centimetres
up, down, left, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
Right, so just press the trigger.
Yeah.
And you don't, by the way,
Jesus.
you don't need to put pressure.
Oh.
You've just got to support it. That's
Okay.
it. So press the trigger. I'm going to turn the speed up.
Don't turn the spin up, Dave.
I have to.
Is this? Oh dear. I can't see.
That's it. Up and down. Now go left. Go to your left.
Like this? Am I doing it?
You're doing it.
I'm polishing. I can't see.
Right now. So that's what you've just done. I know
yeah.
you've not gone in a straight line. I'm going to grab you a cloth
It's a bit
and you
wonky.
can buff it off to see the difference.
Okie dokie. Oh, hello.
Keep going.
Oh.
I just wanted to prove a point because this
Oh
is
my
quite
gosh. Look at that. There's actually a colour difference as well in the
Yeah.
red. Look at that. That's outstanding.
I know, but look. So look, if you were to look here, ignore the bad poo. We haven't taken that out.
Yeah.
You can see a difference in the colour. Now you've only literally gone over it for what, a few seconds?
Oh,
barely that?
seconds. Yeah.
And that just shows you, even if you're blindfolded, you can still polish a car. You haven't cocked it up at all.
No. That looks really good.
You can see where it's quite faded.
Yeah.
Well, I can, maybe.
No, I
can't see it
can
on
as well,
camera.
despite, Yeah, you can clearly see the patch we've done. That is outstanding. Look at the reflection as well in your light, and your roof
Yeah.
light from there to there. You can totally see the difference in that. That's ridiculous.
Hang on, this was a detailer's van.
It was a detailer's van, yeah. And it hasn't been detailed like that before.
As you can see, this is such an easy machine polisher to use and definitely one that I'm going to be featuring in future videos. Now, if you're somebody who's new to the world of detailing and you're on the lookout for the best detailing tools for the interior, then you cannot afford to miss this video right here.